I think we're live. Um, Hi, I'm Karen Bates. Welcome to our 6-day workshop. I'm really excited that you're here and what we're going to learn together. If you're here, it probably means that you are a mom, and it also, which being a mom means that you have at some point in your mothering journey felt rather overwhelmed and also very deeply inadequate. And that's probably because it feels pretty overwhelming to try to help, these little children reach their potential and give them all that they need. And as you see, how incredible they are, it's really hard to feel like you're up to the task of giving them all that they need. And sometimes the reason that these feelings come is because they come when we're focused on the wrong things, when we're focused on the goals that aren't really going to get us to our vision, and we're using these methods and adding more of them into our life, thinking that they're going to help, and eventually we find that we need like 5 extra hours in our day, when in fact what we really need is a shift of focus and the methods and goals that will help us be able to reach that beautiful vision that we have without using the methods that we see everybody else using or that are so common, that we feel like we've got to be doing more of. And as we do that, as we focus on the right things, we will get to that beautiful vision that we're aiming for. So that's what we're going to be talking about in this workshop, is how to make that mind shift and what those methods are. Um, when you don't have to homeschool to be here, but you do have to have the mindset that you have a responsibility over your children's education. For me, that didn't really happen until I started homeschooling. I kind of saw that education as something that they would get at school. And when I started homeschooling, all of a sudden I felt this weight of like, wait, it's on me. It was on me before, but I didn't see it. And so I still remember very clearly the first day that I decided, or that I started homeschooling. So I had been doing all of the research, and I had these ideas about what it would look like, and I had bought, the new pencil boxes, and they had their new school supplies, and it was just going to be so beautiful. I had the schedule all laid out, what we are going to do each time. I had all these cute little cutouts about the animal kingdom, because we're going to start classifying animals, and it was just going to be so neat. And when we were going to do our jobs, everything was just so ideal in my mind, because I'm an idealist and that's how I do things. And so the first day got started, and everybody was excited about it on that first day. And they all came ready to learn. And it went well for about an hour because we were all excited about the newness of it. But after a while, they kind of started getting a little tired of all of these things I was having them do, and they started poking each other, and I got out my cutouts, and I'm like, you guys, this is the classification system, and we're going to get out these cutouts, and we're going to put them under the right things. And they're kind of at this point wrestling on the floor and not really listening to what I'm saying. And I start just feeling like, what am I going to do? They don't listen to me. They listen to their teachers, they don't listen to me. And the more this went on, finally I cut the day short. I didn't do the last half of the things I wanted to do. We started working on cleaning up after ourselves, and that took a lot longer than it should have. So by 3 o'clock, I'm just in tears as I'm sweeping the floor, and I'm wondering what I did wrong and how I'm possibly going to be able to do this homeschooling thing, because it went so differently than what I had planned. And I remember I put them to bed that night, and I got on my computer. And at that point, at that time, we had Yahoo groups. There weren't really Facebook groups or anything available. It's a homeschool group, and I asked them, "How do you do this? Like, this did not go well at all, and I'm just, I just can't do it." And I got several different good, responses and some great advice. But the thing that hit me most, and that I still remember, is that somebody said, "Go look at your children while they're sleeping, and remember why you're doing this." And I took her advice. I went upstairs, I opened the door, and I watched them all. And I remembered that I had wanted to do this because I wanted more time with them. And I wanted to be a part of their lives a little bit more. And that it would be a struggle at first trying to figure out how to do that, but that the struggle was going to be worth it, and that we were going to be okay. And I was filled with this peace that helped me go another day. And it wasn't easy the next day. I still, for the first couple weeks until I started making some shifts in my mindset, it was kind of a struggle every day. But that, about remembering that why, helped me keep going through it, and being willing to make that struggle. And so through this workshop, there's this pendulum that we often go through when we take that responsibility of education on ourselves. And it goes from like the remembering our why and feeling that peace to like comparison and being worried about what everybody else is doing and if they're staying caught up, and then remembering our why. And we kind of go back and forth. So this workshop is going to help us kind of really solidify our why and the methods that are going to get us there so that we can stop comparing and worrying about all of this, because all of this will come if we're focused on the right things and we're using the methods to get us there. Um, the staying up to date, learning to read, all of these different things, they come with that. But the mindset and the shift in thinking has to be there first, because that's when our children become self motivated, when they decide to make these choices. And then all of that will come. But we have to be focused on helping them get there. And so we'll be going through that through these 6 days. The first thing that we'll need to do is sign up for the Marco Polo group, because that's where I'm going to be doing the group coaching. I'll do the videos here and we can comment and discuss here as well. But that's a good place for us to really get to know each other, to become better friends because we're seeing each other. It's a new app that they have called Channels. So you'll have to download it. So I'll put the link when you say you're going. I'll send you the link on Monday morning, and it'll allow you to sign up, and that will be free for this whole week of training. And then at the end of this week, if you feel like this may be all you need, you may be like, okay, I got the methods, I got the mindset shift, and I'm going to move forward and go on my own. But if you feel like you want like more, continue on with the group coaching, and you want more help on getting these systems implemented in your home and really understanding how to do it with your particular family, then I'll offer you the opportunity to keep going with group coaching at that point. And you can decide whether or not you want it if you finish those challenges. That's another thing I do, because I could either do really expensive group coaching to make it like stay nice and small, or I could have some prerequisites. And so finishing these challenges is a prerequisite to be invited to that. So make sure you do them each day so that you can have that opportunity. Um, I'm going to share I'm not forgetting anything. Oh, and if you want, you can sign up for the Facebook group. So whether or not you keep going with group coaching, or if you just take these things and run with them yourself, I want to stay in touch. And so our Facebook group, it's called Empowered Guilt-Free Moms. And if you sign up there, then we can keep discussing, we can keep talking, whether you're doing the group coaching or not, and keep moving forward with our relationship as we bond here through that this week. And you'll get to meet other really incredible moms there too. So I'll also post a link to that so you can get going on that. So yeah, that's a basic overview of what we'll be covering. Please let me know if you have any questions. We're going to get started on Monday with our first challenge, and the first things we're going to be doing, our first, I'll have a little PDF workbook that we'll go through throughout the week. So that'll all be ready for you on Monday. But I just wanted to kind of let you know what's going on. And if you know anybody that's interested, please feel free to invite them. I want everybody to know they're welcome, and anybody who could use this to be here. So thanks, and I look forward to this coming week.